Iron rods are considered critical materials in building construction due to the fact that shortfalls in the quantity or quality of the products for some stakeholders could shorten longevity of buildings as well as trigger possible building collapses. A visit to some iron rod retail shops revealed that the prices of the products have increased astronomically by over 20% in less than a month. A high tensile iron rod, which used to sell for 5,900 Ghana cedis per ton in early February, is now selling for 7,600 Ghana cedis per ton. This represents an increase of about 30%. Also, a mild steel iron rod, which used to sell for 4,600 Ghana cedis per ton in early February, is now selling for 5,700 Ghana cedis per ton. This represents a 24% increase. Samuel Megaibo is the Executive Secretary of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA. He confirms to me the hike in the prices of the product and what is accounting for the sharp increases.
I sincerely think that the prices of materials escalating actually started somewhere in December 2020. I think in December we heard of iron rods going up around 42%. I mean, it was so sudden. We didn't have any warnings. Just woke up one morning and saw the prices escalating. And when you asked the people, they were saying that because of COVID, most of the productions have closed or shut up, or they have reduced their output. And so the few people that are selling are those who are taking advantage of the situation. But it hasn't stopped. Between then and now, we keep hearing of increment a month later. Sometimes within weeks, we get prices adjusted within 2 weeks. Yesterday, I went to Antis. It's one of the companies that sells cement and iron rods. I sent my project manager to go and buy some rods. And the average increment over there was between 22 and 27% across, on iron rods,
Individuals building their homes who have to cough up extra money to complete their buildings around this time are equally facing some difficulties. I spoke to one who shares her experience with me on grounds of anonymity.
We bought iron rods, cement, nails, and binding wire for the iron rods. In October, when we asked, the 16 mm was 60 cedis something. But then about 3 days ago, when we checked again, normally we check the prices so that we know where we are going as we are saving. When we asked 3 days ago, we were told it is 81 cedis 50 pesos for 16 mm. Then we realized that if you are saving and saving, you are not getting anywhere. You better come and buy and save the next price increase.
But what can be done to reverse the trend? Currently, Ghana spends over $3 billion to import iron rods into the country. As part of efforts to reverse the trend, Samuel Megaibo is advocating a more deliberate push to check the ever-increasing importation of iron rods into the country, among others.
At this point, we will have to bear it. We rather have to look inward and find out what can be done. I have been arguing that government has a lot to play when it comes to some of these things. We don't see much of government support for local industries to produce locally. If COVID has not taught us anything at all, COVID has taught us that we should look inward for most of the things that we need, produce what we can, and then use what we produce locally. But we don't seem to get that kind. I don't see that kind of synergy and that support for beefing up the local industry. And construction right now, I mean, on the scale, we are doing our 70% importation for all the things that we need for our housing, and then only about 30% locally. So if we don't do something to cause a paradigm shift from the percentage ratio, we are going to suffer and going to continue to depend on foreign importation. Then anytime there are foreign shocks, we'll bear it. So we need to do something.
President of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, Patrick Bonfo, also spoke to Citi News about what can be done to salvage the situation.
We are saying that we should go back to use local building materials. And specifically, as an association, we have been championing the idea if we can go back to using bricks, either bank bricks or in my best option is the hydraulic, compressed bricks, which is called the interlocking bricks system. It uses less cement, it uses less iron rods, and so on and so forth. And the building inside of the rooms are cooler, the bricks are stronger than the concrete, blocks and so on. And it uses more of laterite. And laterite is very cheap. A whole trip of laterite will cost you about 20 cubic, will cost you about 1,000 Ghana cedis. And so you can imagine that if we can shift just the way we do our things, we'll be able to counteract the effect of this harsh, prices of materials that is affecting us. Yeah.
Throughout the capital, there are several building projects springing up. But following the continuous increment in the prices of iron rods, a critical component of buildings, the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA, is urging local developers to consider the use of homegrown solutions. But will this call be heeded to? For Citi News, I am Nete Lenete.